moving on to the next example. Here VII is written. V is the Roman numeral of 5 and I is the Roman numeral of 1. Here according to this rule, here smaller numeral, that is 1, is written on the right side of 5, which is the greater numeral. So according to this rule, we will add these three numerals. So 5 plus 1 and 1 is equals to 7. So VII is the Roman numeral for 7. In the next example, L is a Roman numeral of 50 and X is a Roman numeral of 10. Here 10, a smaller numeral, is written on the right side of 50. So we will also add these numbers, and after adding these numbers we will get 60. So LX is a Roman numeral for 60. Here C is a Roman numeral for 100 and X is the Roman numeral for 10, and after adding these numerals we'll get 120. So C double X is a Roman numeral for 120. Now moving on to the next rule, the last rule, that is a smaller numeral written to the left of a larger numeral is always subtracted from the larger numeral. Now this rule is just the opposite of this rule. According to this rule, it means that if a smaller numeral is written on the left side of the larger numeral, then we will subtract the numerals. Now there are some points which you have to keep in mind. The point number 1 is V, L and T are never subtracted. Second point is I can never be subtracted from, can be subtracted from V and X only. It means that we can write only I on the left side of V and X. Now point number 3 is X can be subtracted from L and C only. It means that we can write X before or on the left hand side of L and C. Only X can be written there. Now according to point number 4, C can be subtracted from D and M only. It means that we can write only C on the left hand side of D and M. Now if we take the example, here I and V is written. V is a symbol of 5 and I is a symbol of 1. As we can see, according to this rule here, smaller numeral is written on the left side of greater numeral. So according to this rule, we have to subtract these numbers, and on subtraction we will get 4. So IV is a Roman numeral for 4. In the other example, here 1 is written on the left hand side of 10, which is the bigger number and 1 is the smaller number. So we have to subtract these numbers, and after subtracting 1 from 10 we'll get 9. So IX is the Roman numeral for 9. In this example, X and L are written. So X is a symbol of 10 and L is a symbol of 50, and here smaller numeral is written on the left side of bigger numeral, that is 50. So after subtracting these numbers, after subtracting 50 and 10 from 50 will get 40. So XL is a Roman numeral for 40. Now the next topic is how to write the Roman numerals from 1 to 50. As you know that Roman numeral for 1 is I. Roman numeral for 2 is 2 times I. We have to write down 2 times I. Roman numeral for 3 is this. Roman numeral for 4 is 1V. Roman numeral for 5 is V. Roman numeral for 6 is VI. For 7, V and 2 times I. Roman numeral for 8 is V and 3 times I. For 9, IX, and for 10, X. Now Roman numeral for 11, how can we write it? As you can see here, I repeats 2 times. Sorry, this is 11. And how can we write the Roman numeral for 11? First of all, we have to expand it. We can write 11 as 10 plus 1, and we know that the Roman numeral for 10 is x and for 1 is I. So after adding these x and I, we'll get xi. So the Roman numeral for 11 is xi. So we can write it here xi. Now the Roman numeral for 12 is, first of all we'll write the Roman numeral, as we know that if we expand these numbers 12, so we get 10 plus 2, and the Roman numeral for 10 is x, and the Roman numeral for 2 is 2 times I. Now the Roman numeral for 13 is x, and then 3 times I. Roman numeral for 14 is x, and then we will write down the Roman numeral for 4. First of all, we will write down x and then the Roman numeral for 5. Again, first of all, we will write down the x and then the Roman numeral for 6, x, and then the Roman numeral for 7, x, and then the Roman numeral for 8. Roman numeral for 19 is, first of all, we will write down x, that is for 10, and for 9, the Roman numeral is ix. 20. For 20, we will write down 2 times x. Now there is one table. On the left hand side, there are Hindu-Arabic numerals, and on the right hand side, there are Roman numerals. So the Roman numeral for 10 is x. You have to learn this table also. For 20 is double x. For 30, triple x. For 40, xl. 50, l. 60, lx. 70, l double x. 80, l triple x. 90, xc. 400, there is c. 200, double c. 300, triple c. 400, c d, and 500, d. You have to learn this table also, as it will help you in doing the questions. Now for 21, as here you can see that if we expand 21, then we can write it as 10 plus 10 plus 1, and we know the Roman numeral for 10 is x. So after adding these Roman numerals, we'll get double xi. So we will write down it here, double x and I. Now for Roman numeral for 22 is, first of all, we'll write down the Roman numeral for 20, that is double x, and then the Roman numeral for 2, and the Roman numeral for 2 is 2 times I. Now for 23, first of all, we'll write down the Roman numeral for 20, and then we'll write down the Roman numeral for 3, that is